Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a super special episode 8 of Nighttime. My name is Camden Mowery, and of course, we are joined by Emily Aaron. When we come back from the intro, we're going to be talking about softball, baseball. Emily's going to have a nice little quiz when we talk about men's and women's basketball, and you're going to want to stick around for segment 3 because it's going to be a special one. Stay tuned. A new episode of Nighttime starts right now.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back. Okay, always locked in, I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check your stats. Boy, is you ready? You ain't gotta ask.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nighttime. I am your other co-host, Emily Aaron, and let's get started with some softball and baseball. Now, I'm very excited to talk some softball and baseball, but I have 2 other people who are even more excited than me and Camden are. So let's throw it over to Ezra Hines and Brianna St. Jean. Welcome, guys. This is your first time on Nighttime this season. How are you guys feeling today?
Feeling pretty good, very excited.
Not too bad. I like talking baseball and softball, so ready.
This is so crazy. This is like the first Nighttime episode. We have like 7 new guests on today. It's always been the same, Andrew, Doug, Mason, Lexi, but now we get some Ezra and Bree. Let's go. I'm excited.
Very happy.
So let's start with this. We're going to talk the good, the bad, and the ugly that we saw the last week. And Bree, I want to start with you. What is something that you saw from, I believe you wanted to point out the baseball team that you liked from this last week?
Yes, UCF baseball, we had an amazing couple games. 3 games with Clemson, absolutely swept the floor with them. And, after our win, got a little excited. We went to Clemson's iconic hill, decided to run down, and Clemson was not very happy about it. But you know what?
They can cry.
Maybe try harder next time. I don't know, but
Probably win the game next time.
but yeah, very very good job to baseball. The games were crazy. We had so many home runs. I think 27 runs in 3 games. Just try harder, Clemson. That's all I gotta say. But good job, UCF baseball.
I love that. That is fantastic because we got, Alex Futterberg was over there in Clemson, and he was having a good time over there. Honestly, Clemson, hey, I don't really like your school that much for certain reasons, but don't be so mad when you're going to lose like that and then they run down your hill when you give them permission to do it. Okay, Ezra, let's go to you because I know you wanted to talk about maybe not necessarily a bad, but just something that's a little bit off right now.
Yeah, no, she's not bad at all by any means. Let me clarify that. She's very good. She's just in a little hitting slump. I want to discuss Sarah Willis. Right now, she has not been hitting very well as of recently. Her pitching's been, okay-ish at best, but her hitting, she's batting 189. She has a 211 on-base percentage. She struck out 14 times compared to her 7 hits. You don't really want to have double the strikeouts of your hits. But I know she's going to be able to overcome this type of thing. This is Sarah Willis we're talking about. She's an absolute dog, according to Mason Migliera, of course. So we just got to wait on it. The second she comes back, the second she's able to figure it out, this team is going to be very, very special.
Well, yeah, Sarah Willis did have a hot start, and maybe just not as hot as it was when she started. But me and Emily are going to combine here on a little bit of an odd thing that we saw this last weekend. It happened at the Plex. It wasn't a UCF game, I'm learning. It was actually a neutral game that was there at the Plex. And a parrot. Somebody let their birds out or something. I don't know. I don't know that's what the song's called. Who let the parrots out or whatever it's called. But apparently a parrot runs around, gets on some ump's shoulder. Kind of crazy that we saw that at the Plex, isn't it, Emily?
Yeah, it was very crazy. Definitely no one was expecting that to happen. And it just brought like a fun little entertaining aspect to the game, and I liked it. It was really funny, and everyone's going to laugh about this for years. I know it.
It was definitely funny. It's something that I've never seen before. I mean, we always see like the squirrels or whatever at football fields run around. This is kind of funny to see. So just good, wholesome moment that we saw. So Ezra or Bree, who do I want to start with? Let's go Ezra. Can we talk about your lineup? You did a combination of the softball and baseball team. Go ahead and break me down with what your lineup was.
All right, so my lineup, I did mine as like a full lineup of actually how I would play it in game as well.
Oh, perfect.
So at my leadoff hitter, I have Ben McCabe, our catcher for the best baseball team. He's been an all-around star of the season, of course. He's like a 5-tool guy. He's very quick, very good at fielding, hits nukes, great contact hitter. He's everything you need. And I wanted him as my leadoff hitter, especially because of his speed, which is kind of surprising for a catcher. And then following behind him at the 2 and 3, I have Jada Cody and Chloe Evans.
Nice.
Of course, gotta have two absolute dogs behind them. And then at my 4, I got a great power bat in Drew Farrow. When he connects, the ball just goes so far. It's insane. And then behind him, I got Tom Jostin at my 5, another great bat. Savannah Adams at the number 6 over Shannon Doherty. Yes, I know. Savannah Adams has played less games, but she arguably has better stats. I'm not going to lie. And then Lex Bodecker at the 7. He's a great pop bat. Have later in your lineup. I also really like his name. At the 8, I have John Rice Plumlee.
OMG.
So, mainly, I have him here. He has had a very decent season, surprisingly, for a baseball team. He's a very, very, very quick guy. He's had 5 stolen bases this season. So I wanted somebody like that at the end of my lineup. That way, when we hit the start of the lineup again, we'll look pretty decent. And then as my 9, I have the pitcher, Caitlin Felton. She's had a very consistent year this season. She's had 2 great games in particular. I forgot who we versed, but she had a complete game with 13 strikeouts. I had to show her some love on this.
Nice. That was a great list, actually. I love the bats you had there. Emily, I heard a name in there that got you a little bit excited. John Rice Plumlee. How are we feeling about that one being as a center fielder?
Are we surprised? Come on, he's the best. Really? I'm just very... Ezra, please. I'm just very excited that somebody will use him to his advantage. Now listen, he may not be the best all-time football player, but he is good at baseball. He is good, and you have to give it to him. And I'm sorry, I'm a JRP fan all the way to the day I die. Love JRP.
I agree.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bree.
Ezra, for giving him a chance.
Bree, you did also put JRP on your list. Go ahead if you want to talk about your list, something
my
different that you did
goodness.
from Ezra, because I saw your list last night. It was also pretty good.
Okay, well, starting off, I have Drew Farrow, but he's just a phenomenal freshman. Like, he's just dropping bombs, and he's just playing really well overall. And then I didn't really do mine in my lineup for batting. I kind of just did it as I picked, but Chloe Evans, just super strong hitter. I do have JRP. I think he's an overall good baseball player.
Correct. Thank you.
Football aside, he hits bombs. You can't even lie. I think he's just a good baseball player, and I think he's where he needs to be right now.
Thank you, Bree.
Yes. And then Shannon Doherty. I just love Shannon. She's just overall top softball player. I think she's one of the better people on the team. I know she doesn't have the best stats compared to other people on the team, but I think she's just a great player. And then Katie Burge, good player again.
Good pick.
Sarah Willis, she hits hard, so I wanted her on my team because I just picked good hitters because
So
what you need.
Let's chat about that, Bree. I really like your list. Ezra, you say no Sarah Willis. Fair, but why more in specific Caitlin Felton? Both great picks, but why Caitlin Felton over Sarah Willis?
I just wanted to shine some light on Caitlin Felton. I felt it would be a little bit disrespectful to not put Caitlin Felton after she's having a pretty decent season, and Sarah Willis when she's kind of having I wouldn't say a down season, but a lesser season than usual. So I felt like I just wanted to shine a little bit of light on her.
Right. Bree, did you have any strategy when picking your lineup, or did you just go based off best of the best?
I more so picked the players that I knew previously because when I went to a couple softball games and I just saw the energy that these players were giving off, and just from seeing their energy on the field towards their stats, it was very easy to pick softball players. But for baseball, I watched a lot of film and highlights, and I was able to see all the good players because Ben McCabe and Tom Jostin, oh my gosh, these people are so good at baseball. That's all I have to say. Ben McCabe is an absolute beast. 14 overall hits during Clemson, and I think overall, and 8 base hits. And out of the 8 base hits, 5 of them are home runs. 5 out of 14 hits are home runs. I'm just saying that baseball, our hitting this season is we're gonna do pretty good this season. I'm calling it now.
Hey, I love both of your guys' list. Before we go to break, I'm going to ask you guys a quick question, something that we want to look out for. Why? I'll start with you, Bree, because I know we chatted about it. Why has the softball team had a different leadoff hitter in each of their last 5 games, I believe? What's the issue? What is that reason?
I really just think they're trying to find their rhythm. I think they're trying to find who works best where, what's going on. I like to think we're the start of the season or before conference, and they just need to figure out just their rhythm. They're trying to move together as a team, so I think that'll be, once we figure that out, we'll be golden.
Ezra, you agree with that?
Yeah, for the most part. I just think we do have like a low on-base percentage right now as a team, as a whole. There's only a couple people above that have a pretty decently high one, so I think we're just trying to find a little bit of consistency across our entire lineup. So I think that's the best case.
All right, Emily, take us away.
Alrighty, guys, we are going to throw it off to my nightlight. Now, this player, I'm just going to go with that, was on one of the two teams we were just talking about. So let's see. I know that wasn't really much, but let's see if you can guess who it is after this commercial break.
HCF Hot Takes. I'm Johnny Jackson. We've got Emily Aaron to my right and Maluka Costa to my left.
Hello and welcome to our segment of Hot Ones. I'm here with Noah Kemper and Grant
Wheeler.
Yep, I knew that. Grant Wheeler.
Listen, I'm a Bulls fan, but I just can't ever argue against LeBron. I watched him my whole life.
I've been going back and forth with this debate for a long time. It's got to be Michael Jordan.
Whatever she wanted. I would wake up in a maid costume for Doja Cat.
Brutal.
Jeffrey Laux, no question.
Richie, I would give it to Richie.
It is not Richie. It is not Richie.
No, it's Jeff.
Richie's pronouns are he, they, because he cannot be him.
What?
Oh, where is that?
I'm going to have to also agree and say Jeff. He always is spiffy.
It might be Cameron. Cameron's had some good fits.
Out of the women, Norelli always dresses really, really cute.
Whoa. That went so awful.
It's basketball.
College football, I think, is the best sport to watch.
If you don't like soccer, it's because you suck at it.
I think college football is the best.
Thanks for watching.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nighttime. If you haven't guessed my nightlight, it is the one, the only, Savannah Adams. She is a sophomore, and she plays on first base. And in 2022, she was named to the American Athletic Conference All-Tournament team. She had 2 hits and 1 double against Purdue, and that is pretty amazing. So, without further ado, let's toss it right into segment 2. Welcome first-time guests Jonathan Trufant and Phil Powell. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Are you guys ready to talk some basketball?
Most definitely.
Yes, I'm so excited. Jonathan, how are you? I'm doing great. Born ready. Good. So excited. So let's get into it. Jonathan, you had your trash top 4 seed. Now, let's break that down a little bit. Who is your trash player? Not player, team.
My trash top 4 seed is going to be the Purdue Boilermakers, mostly because they don't get a lot of production out of their wings and guards. And if you look at like the history of the most recent national championship contenders, a lot of them have had elite guards, elite wings, and they just don't have a lot of history of that outside of Jaden Ivey.
No, I'm with you, Jonathan. I mean, there's no Jaden Ivey, there's no Travion Williams from last year, so Purdue doesn't seem like they're as good of a team. I mean, I know Zach Edey's taking huge steps forward, but still, is that going to be enough come March time to propel them past the Sweet 16?
I genuinely don't believe that because their offense is so post-centric, and their 2 best shooters only average like a little over a 3 a game, which I don't think is a lot of production to get out of your 2-shot shooters. You're going to run most of your offense through Zach Edey. I think like once the postseason rolls around and it gets a little bit more physical and the refs swallow their whistles, it's going to be a lot easier to kind of key in on Zach Edey throughout the game.
Right.
No, I'm with you there. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to teach 7-3, right? I mean, that is something that not a lot of college players have. I mean, you look at a lot of the 5s throughout the sport, and they're probably, 6'8", 6'9" on average. Like, these college basketball players are not as big as you see in the NBA, so 7-3 really does make a difference. But as you said, I don't think Zach Edey is going to be able to take his team over the top. I don't believe in Purdue. I'm a Purdue hater, have been since day one. Might be the Big Ten.
Camden.
I mean, I know you love him, Emily.
I just really hope that whatever they're doing is obviously working, and I just hope that they're not actually I agree with you, Jonathan. I do, and I hate to admit it, but I do. You had a very good point, and it all makes sense. But I really hope that whatever they're doing is staying consistent for the entire rest of the season, because they are in my top 4. So I really hope that they don't have their lead in the top and then crash to the bottom like they do every time.
That is Purdue every year. Purdue, Purdue, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they made it to the Elite 8 last year, but we looked at this, Jonathan. They beat who? St. Peter's? Isn't that how they got there? Like, it's... Right, it was not that impressive a victory. All right, everyone wanted Doug Eater to win that game. We wanted that mustache fellow, but unfortunately he didn't. Y'all sense that? I'm sensing a little bit of Mother Nature kicking in. There's a hurricane coming, and over there, Phil, you want to talk about your Hurricanes, don't you?
Yes, I do. Okay, this team going to get to the Final Four by the offensive output. We average 79.7 points per game. The scoring margin is 8 plus 8.1, and our 2 elite players, I say, is Isaiah Wong and Jordan Miller. Now, these 2 guys are great. They're great for the team. The beginning of the season, Miami, we went on a stretch of a 9-game win streak, and then we had a couple of losses. That's all good. Then we on another stretch of a 7-game win streak, you know. So this team is very strong. We're 15-1 at home. We're 7-4 on the road. But here's the thing. The road losses came to close margins. So this team have shown me that, hey, we could go on the road and we could compete with the best, even with the Purdue Boilermakers or even Alabama. Hey, so I'm saying we're going to be a Final Four team. You could quote me. I want copyright, trademark. When somebody say they're a Final Four team, I want to get paid for it. I said it first. Miami's a Final Four team.
You're setting yourself up over there, and I love it.
I can't wait to see you on Clowning on You segment. Thank you.
Soon. Before we get
Great content, everybody. Thank you so much, Phil.
Before we get there, Emily, I know you wanted to talk about a bottom 16 team, a team that's nowhere on anybody's radar that might be able to make some noise. Who is it, and tell me why?
Well, Camden, that's the perfect way to throw it to me, because who is Mississippi State? Nobody knows. And guess what? You're going to know, because this team is going to come and make some noise this season, I'm telling you. They are beating ranked teams like Texas A&M. They are 20-10 and 8-9 in conference play, and they have a winning streak of 2 right now. Now, looking over all their stats, it's very impressive. There's a lot of different things that make them stand out compared to the regular people in the conference. But this team, I can promise. Now, maybe I will be with Phil on Clowning on You in a few weeks. I don't know. But I can promise you that this team is going to make noise. You're going to know who Mississippi State is. Quote me on it.
I love that pick. And hey, we do have enough clown noses to get both of you on air. So luckily, I don't have to make a pick here. Here's my thing. I didn't even write this in. I was thinking about this last night. I think I was hanging out with Aaron Rodgers in his dark retreat or something. Hear me out. UCF, everyone makes it to the conference championship game, or to their tournament. UCF wins out. Who in that tournament other than Houston could they not beat? That's the question. They can beat everyone in that conference. They just haven't, okay? Hear me out. They can beat Memphis. They can beat SMU. They can come close with Houston. They win out. They get a 13 seed, and they get to play against, what, a top 4 or 5 seed? They run the table and make it to the round of 32. Hear me out, Jonathan. UCF to the round of 32. Book it.
That sounds like a lot of ifs. That sounds like a lot of ifs, Camden. But you know what? I believe in you, Camden.
That might have been the worst take I ever had, but I'm telling you, I don't know. I was thinking about this. What if UCF won out and they make it to the tournament? Could they not shock a team and beat a top 4 or 5 seed?
Camden,
no.
If that happens, I'll give you $50.
Camden, if that happens, I'll take you to dinner.
Okay.
I'll take you to dinner. We go anywhere you want. Red Lobster, you call it.
Well, Richie still owes me Cheesecake Factory.
Save the date.
Save the date. Mark it down. Let's move on to the next thing. We've got one of our favorite things that we're doing here on the show, Clowning on You. Go ahead and do the thing off on the corner of my eye, because last week, Emily Aaron was caught saying some things. Let's go ahead and get that video up, Emily. Are you ready to watch
it? This is ridiculous.
Are you ready for the video?
No. I don't want to be ready, but
go ahead,
I have the video, whatever.
Play that video.
Yes, it's the obvious choice, and let's be honest. I win basically every week, so if you're picking on my team, which is Texas this week, I can guarantee you a win. So you're welcome, Lexi. Welcome to the winners.
The girls are teaming up together.
The girls are teaming up against the boys. But I'm taking Texas because Baylor just came off of a loss. We're going to beat them, just like Lexi said. This is going to be easy, easy, easy.
I wish there was a way. I've tried to think 5,000 methods to speed up the game at the end and eliminate all the fouling to extend the game.
All right, Emily. Apology. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for this is ridiculous. I hate this segment. I'm sorry for always thinking I'm right. Because I usually am. I usually win primetime picks. And I didn't this time. Sorry, wherever Doug is watching this, whatever. Your Bears were good, okay? Whatever and whatever. So,
that
whatever.
Was wonderful. Hey, another W in primetime picks. I actually skipped over your quiz. Can we go ahead and do your quiz? Because I'm antsy for this. Can we get into it?
Yes, we can. And I'm taking my nose off for that.
Oh.
So, welcome to Emily's quiz. I need like dun, 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 like music behind me, you know? Okay, so everybody, my guests over there and Camden, you guys all have a whiteboard and a marker. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to count down 1 to 3, and you will have to pick which answer it is, and then the winner will get something. I don't know. We're still figuring that out. Alrighty, so question number 1. In the preseason top 25, which 2 teams were ranked number 1 and number 2? A, Gonzaga and Houston, B, Houston and North Carolina, or C, North Carolina and Gonzaga? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, we all got the same answer.
Hey, see, hey, great minds think alike.
See, we right or no? We all said C.
Did everyone pick C?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Well, you're right. It's
Let's
C.
go.
Alrighty. Number 2. What was the last team to win back-to-back titles? A, Duke, B, Florida, C, Kansas. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I can't even see all the way over there.
All right, I said B.
I got B too. I got Florida. I think they went back in
Everyone's
2006,
picking
2007.
B?
Yeah.
Well, good job, because B is the right answer.
Hey.
You guys are crushing this one, and we thought these were going to be hard. Maddie, we need to amp up the question choices. All right, in 2021, a number 11 seed made the Final Four. Which team was this? A, St. Peter's, B, UCLA, C, Loyola, Chicago. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Come on, give me Sister Jean. Give me C, Loyola, Chicago.
St. Peter's, right? Isn't it St. Peter's?
Oh. The answer is B, UCLA. Mm-hmm.
You know what?
We are stumped. We all got that wrong?
I got all of y'all on that one.
Oh!
Yeah, I did. All right, number 4. Ooh. Let's see if I can stump you with this. Okay. We practiced this on a few people. No one knew what this was. Every year, March Madness plays a song at the end of the tournament. What is the title of this song? A, A Moment in Time, B, One Shining Moment, or C, Shooting Star? Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
This is a guess.
And the correct answer is B, One Shining Moment.
Don't ask me how I know this, but I did know this.
Wow.
I know.
I got lucky. That's all I'll say. Those were tough. Is that the last one?
That is the last one.
What comes with age is wisdom.
Emily, that might have been the toughest quiz for me personally. That was
wow.
That was pretty good. I like that one. So before we go into getting commercial break, we actually have one more primetime pick to do. This week's game, off the top of my head, is number 8 Arizona and number 4 UCLA.
Correct.
I believe 3 of us are going with UCLA and 1 of you is going with Arizona, correct?
Oh, good.
Who's going with Arizona?
I'm going with Arizona.
Why?
They have a history of great, again, back to my previous point, great guard play. I just feel like they're gonna pull it off.
All right, and Phil, you, me, and Emily all going with UCLA. Let's hope all 3 of us are not wearing primetime picks, red noses at the end of the segment. Let's go ahead and get into my nightlight because we've got something special happening next segment. My nightlight is somebody who used to be a part of the Hitting the Field program, and it is somebody that we are about to have on the show in a couple seconds. Stay tuned because when we come back, I'll let you know who it is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hitting the Field Network. I'm your main show host, Dominic Moeller, and this is just a little PSA to come check out our network. We have shows for all your favorite interests, sporting needs, or really anything if you're interested in the world of sports. Of course, our first show is The Combine with Cameron Forcier and Isaiah Deonda Delgado. It's more of a laid-back podcast type beat. But next is the main show. The best show ever created, the best show ever engineered, pioneered with me, this pretty face on your screen, this handsome fellow. Going to be talking about mainly the main things of the wide world of sports. And then on Thursdays, we have KnightTime with the lovely Emily Aaron and the handsome and dashing Camden Mowery. Then right after, for all you gambling addicts out there, I hope you viewers aren't gambling addicts as much as some of the other people in Hitting the Field. We have Hitting the Field bets with Riley Shepard, Jeffrey Laux, and Waluka Costa. And then we switch it up. We don't always do shows. We like to do a little bit of interviews too. We do interviews with a lot of sports athletes, such as Corey Marksman, that I did. Shout out Dominic Moeller right here, this guy. And then, of course, Kristen Scott with Camden Mowery. And we have more coming in the works. We're always innovating and thinking on our feet. But if you want to join us, be sure to DM Hitting the Field on all social media platforms and networks as well, because we're open to anybody to come through and just check out the program. But be sure to tune in, as Hitting the Field will be seeing you very shortly. Take care.
Wow, this sure is crazy. If you did not guess my nightlight over the break, it is Alex Funderburk, a guy who was my mentor for pretty much the last 2 years, a guy who I didn't really know for the first 6 months at HTF, but with time, I grew to know him, and I grew to pretty much be taken under his wing. And gotta let you know, this internship I had with you the last year, pretty fun. Kind of sad that it's gonna come to an end soon, but this is Alex Funderburk, and we are here to officially say goodbye to him because his time at UCF is coming to an end. Also, sorry, before we even get into that, Taylor Anderson is here too from ESPN from Connecticut, and Hannah Jo and Johnny Jackson and Emily are over on the Combine setup. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty solid. It's great to see the legacy of this program come back and always help support. Yeah, but it's also great that Alex is taking his talents to out of Florida. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, and
this is The Decision, HTF edition.
Man, yeah. So my time at UCF has come to a close, but Monday is going to be my last day, and it's really sad. I can't thank everyone here enough, for everyone in the athletic department, all my coaches, all my athletes. I'm going to miss it a ton. I'm going to be a little closer to Taylor now, so that's going to be cool. I can't wait to tell you guys where I'm going in the coming days. But yeah, my time at UCF has come to a close, and it's been a difficult couple weeks, like grappling with that I'm not going to be here literally next week.
Wow. Taylor Anderson from Bristol, Connecticut. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be back and see a lot of different faces around, which is just so good to see the program continuing to grow, and obviously look what the program can do for you. You can have a great job at UCF and then continue to have a great job out of the state to be continued. So it's just great seeing the legacy that this program can just leave for everyone.
Right. I want to go to y'all over there on the Combine setup. Hannah Jo, Emily, Johnny, go ahead. Take it away. Do your thing.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the prestige that we're starting to see, the potential, is kind of being fulfilled. And a lot of that is because of what Alex did while he was here. And the best thing is it's all unspoken. He holds everyone, all of his friends, all the people he works with, to a really high standard without even having to say it. So as a result, all the people that are around him are better because they know him. And I feel like everyone here are some of those people. And he has brought a lot to us, but also to UCF Athletics, as Taylor said. And I think they're going to remember and see how much he elevated them as he moves to somewhere else and he's not here anymore, which will be sad for them. But they will also be able to remember what he taught them and the ways that he improved the program and kind of carry that on. And that's why Alex is great, is because he not only gives you his presence, but he tells you how to carry it on. And that's why I felt so comfortable coming on after him as the main show host for this program, because I felt like he really showed me what a good show looks like, and I felt like I could just pick up where he left off. And so I'm so glad that we all knew him, and I know that I think a big piece of you is always going to be here, Alex.
I love how all y'all act like I'm like dying. Like I'm still gonna be talking to y'all every day.
I'm not dressed all in black. I'm not dressed for your funeral. There's a little bit of green
Johnny
here.
and Camden aren't all black. Like this is my funeral or something. Like I'm still gonna be around. Like my sisters still go here, so like I'm still gonna be visiting.
You better.
I will. Don't worry, Camden.
But it's so funny to think about when you were on that desk and you were saying that you were going somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're like, never mind.
Remember when I was going somewhere else for 2 weeks? Me too.
Yeah, that was a fun phone call for us.
It's like, hey Johnny, I'm actually not leaving. I'm staying.
You think that could happen this time?
No. Not.
Dang it.
Yeah. No. I'm gone.
Well.
Okay. Well, anyway. So back to your yeah. So anyway, to wrap up my thought, I think we're all better because we knew you. I'm excited to see what you do. I think you've never let anything deter you, any obstacle you've just gone right over, and I think that that's what you're going to continue to do. And the place that you're going is going to be very lucky to have you. There's no reason that you shouldn't achieve everything that you want.
100%. I agree with Hannah. 100%.
Whoever wants to go next.
I'll go. I just, on behalf of HCF as a whole, we owe Alex the biggest thank you for our connection with UCF sports. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have nearly all the opportunities that we have had and all the information that we receive and everything like that. He is just our eye in the sky when it comes to sports, and we are beyond grateful because that's literally what our shows all run off of is sports. And especially nighttime, we are UCF sports. That's what we cover. And from me, I'm going to look away from the camera, but from me and from HCF as a whole, we are beyond grateful and thankful for you and everything you do. And you are one of the biggest role models. I know we didn't really get super close, but I always look up to you as somebody like, oh, if Alex did it, then okay, then it must be good, then I can do it. Just like Hannah was saying, like it just goes for everybody. Alex, you are somebody to look up to, and I hope you know that because you really are a life changer in every aspect of HCF, in people's lives, at UCF in general.
Dang,
Yeah.
Y'all trying to get me to cry. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, so we tried a different angle last time on Alex's last goodbye to get him to cry. I don't think it's going to happen. I've kind of given up that point. I've kind of accepted that he's not going to cry, and I'm hoping that just Nadia tweets about it at some point. But you know, something that I really do appreciate about Alex and I always have is, you know, we kind of met, got closer in terms of the professional sphere over COVID, which is very difficult. If there is a man that has heard my dog bark and ruin so many recordings of every single thing, it is Alex Funderburg. You know, and I think that kind of time span, seeing Alex come into studio and that translation just be one-to-one, immediate, just killer. You know, and the other thing that I tell everybody about Alex, which is the thing I respect about him the most, is that, you know, I've led this program for essentially 3 years now. I've had to make a lot of decisions that some are more popular than others. And Alex isn't afraid to check me. Alex isn't afraid to say that, you know, hey, I think this is what happened. I think this is what should happen. I think that maybe you didn't handle this situation quite as well as you could have. I think you didn't communicate this as well as you should have. And to have someone who I respect and to have that mutual level of respect where, you know, it can be a conversation. It can be someone to kind of look out for you, because I think that's so important. And I think that's what Alex brings, his air of comfortability, his air of just being there. And, you know, showing up's half the battle. Alex posts. Alex is the Manny Machado of HDF. He was there every day. You know, Alex is sick. He's here. Alex has had an hour of sleep. He's here. Alex has a party at his house that no one leaves before, Alex has an hour to sleep. He's there. And that's the greatest thing about you. I respect the hell out of you. I always have. I always will. I am so grateful to everything that you've given us in terms of hitting the field, even after you're not officially the main show host anymore. Where you're ending up is a great place, and they're lucky to have you.
I appreciate that, Johnny. I think I told you, like, when we started having Hannah Joe start hosting the show, I want to leave this place better than I found it. And that's why after graduation, I really wanted to start getting our athletes on here and give them an outlet to showcase who they are. Because one thing I promise all my coaches is, as your SID, I want people to know the athletes as people and not Kristen Scott, the soccer player. I want them to know Kristen Scott, the person. And I think Hitting the Field's a great avenue for that if we can get them on air and talking. So if you want any of my athletes at my new place, we'll try to get some Zooms together or something. But
How many of them know New Girl?
we're about to find out. I only know one sport for sure that I'm working with. The other ones I don't know yet. So we'll figure that out. But I want to keep the interviews going. I think it's a great way for people here to get experience, and then also it's great media training for our athletes as well.
I almost dropped the name. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I can't believe that, but check myself for that. This is actually crazy because a year ago when we were saying Taylor's goodbye, it was us three up here doing that whole goodbye and then other people on the couch. So it's kind of crazy to be back right here with you a year later. Just think about this, Alex. This is going to be the last time probably that all of us are here on this set together. And I mean, just let that sink in.
Now I'm really depressed.
But just getting Taylor to come here is amazing, and I thank you.
She came down just for this.
Yeah,
that's the only reason she's in Florida.
So, Taylor, go ahead and give him a send
I'm
off.
going to keep it short and sweet because I'm running on 30 minutes of sleep, and who knows what type of emotions are going to come out of me. But selfishly, I'm extremely excited for where you're going, TBD, ? Because you're going to be closer to me, and I just can't wait to continue building
Party
up.
at Taylor's.
For real. Everyone's invited. It's very boring. I can't wait to continue to
Can I have the yoga
build
ball?
a legacy for Hitting the Field, and I think that you are doing an amazing job at that. And you know how I feel about you, and the support that you give me and everyone in this program is just an absolute insane amount. You always just listen, which is just a great quality that I feel like you give to people in this program, and that people are starting to take in and inquire. And you're just such a good listener, and you don't ever let anyone tell you what to do. Like, you are the leader. I can see stadiums at UCF and your new place, just Alex Funderbook, hey.
Wow.
Stadium, bounce house, no longer. It's going to be the Alex house. So I'm just very excited for you, and you're just going to be
Thunder bounce.
Thunder bounce. I'm just very excited for your future. You're just going to continue
The
to
next
build
TikTok sensation, the
so
Thunder
great.
Bounce.
You're starting fresh. I don't want to cry because we've had talks, but I'm just very excited.
Thank you, Taylor. I'm really excited. I get to be closer to Taylor, so that's cool. It's gonna suck leaving everybody else here, but
she's cool.
Yeah, Taylor's cool. Taylor's the homie. Taylor's mom, shout out to you. You're my dog. But all right, Camden.
Well, there's a lot I could say, but I just think what's up here, and so there's so much, all the memories I've had with you, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And so I will save it for another time because that time is not right now. But we're gonna miss you a lot, and I think you know that. So I'm gonna let you say goodbye to the show. You're really your
my
actual final
actual
goodbye.
I've had like 3.
Right, your actual final goodbye. Go ahead.
All right, my final goodbye, my third goodbye. I'm gonna miss. This is hard. I don't have a prompter this time. The other two, I had a teleprompter telling me what to say.
Read This is Riff Raff.
All right, so the teleprompter right now says, "Welcome in Alex Funderburg, Taylor Anderson, Hannah Joe Groves, Johnny Jackson. This is Riff Raff." No, but I can't thank Hitting the Field enough. I can't thank UCF enough. I can't thank everybody in this room right now. I mean, even the people who I don't know well. Y'all are doing such a good job building this brand. And like I said earlier, this is something I wanted to leave better than I found it, and I think we did that. I think everybody who's here in the past, Tyler, Johan, I think all those people, Gadiel, like we did a great job setting a foundation, and what they're doing now is just growing it so much. I mean, look at the people they've had on. Jada Cody, Kristen Scott. I mean, it's insane. So I'm saying goodbye, but like I'm still talking to everybody in the studio right now. Like I'm not dying, as Johnny and Camden would like to act. I will still be present until Camden kicks me out of the group chat. I'm still gonna be
tomorrow.
In the group chat. Okay, so I'll be in the group chat till tomorrow. But I'm gonna miss it here. I'm gonna come back to visit. Taylor still comes back, so I guess I can come back because she's busier than me. So I'm gonna miss it here. There's no doubt about that. And the last 3-4 years have been nothing but an absolute joy here. And yeah, Camden, you're the future now, dog. So run with it.
Sign it out.
I can't believe Alex gave birth to Camden.
You cannot say that on there. Take us home.
Oh,
say goodbye.
All right. So this is nighttime. We'll see you later. Peace.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back. Okay, always locked in, now I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap.